Get a Job in Tech, episode 248. 6 ways that you can get rid of your imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome, if you don't know what it means that, for instance, you're at a job and you just feel like you don't belong there. And you can even go back from that where you're interviewing for a job. So you look at a post on the internet, or like Indeed or Dice or Monster or something like that, ZipRecruiter, whatever.com, and you look at the job and you think, well, I'm not qualified enough, even though maybe you do have these qualifications. And even if you have whatever certifications they're looking for, you really think you're an imposter. Like, I don't have enough knowledge. I'm not good enough for this. Basically, it's a common thing, actually. And then even when you get the job, let's say you get a job and you feel like you just don't know enough. And that's imposter syndrome. The other imposter syndrome can be someone says, okay, go online and let's say create a course in Udemy, let's say on Udemy or Coursera. And you're like, I don't know enough, or I don't feel I know enough. Or someone says, hey, you could write a book. I don't know if I know enough. That's imposter syndrome. That's really imposter syndrome, actually. And ways that you can get around it, or you can get off of imposter syndrome. First one is you document your achievements, no matter how small they are. And you keep a folder of feedback and wins. You got to have wins. So something you win at, something you succeeded at. Write it down and have it in a folder, a special place that you look at. What this does is it builds your confidence, and it builds your confidence, and you have tremendous amount of confidence when you do this. Yeah, basically. And it just reinforces your skill set, or the things you've done, because you have proof. You have proof of it. The second one is refraining expertise. So recognize that everyone starts somewhere, basically. And view learning as a proof of growth, not inadequacy. So you might say something like, I'm trying to get a job in tech. And you could probably feel overwhelmed with that too. Imposter syndrome, I don't have enough skills or whatever. Which maybe you do, maybe you don't. But if you believe you do, then you're good. If you believe whatever you believe is true. But so just reframe it, basically. Just understand that everyone starts somewhere else, or starts somewhere. Everybody starts at the bottom, basically. In tech, no one starts out as a sysadmin. Nobody does. They all start at the bottom, at even call center, or working at wherever. Fast food, a lot of times. The other thing is, you want to learn every day. And when you learn, you're basically reinforcing the knowledge you have already, and you're just getting more confident, essentially. What's going on when you do that is you're embracing your progress, and you're just going after it, essentially. The third one is failure reprocessing. And this you transform failures into learning data or learning experience, and use setbacks as proof that you're pushing through boundaries, essentially. And this is building resiliency and getting rid of the fear, essentially. Perspective mastery. This could be applied to anything, really. And it's comparing yourself to your past self only, not to other individuals. And focusing on progression, not perfection. I think this is Mark Zuckerberg says something like, perfection is the enemy of perfect. No, perfection is the enemy of something. Whatever it is. But basically he's trying to say is, don't do perfect. Just get the product out there. Just get over that, whatever the thing you're trying to, just get it out there. Perfect is not good. Perfect is the enemy of something. I forget the term, whatever. And this is your own journey, and you don't want to. The other individuals around you compare you, are playing comparison games, essentially. So if you compare yourself with your past self only, don't nobody else, and then you focus on progress over perfection. Action over feeling. So this is taking bold action despite self-doubt. A lot of self-doubt. You'd be surprised. You think you're the only one. No, there's a lot of individuals out there who have this same thing. And you can also say something like you're using these feelings you have as you're growing, essentially. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to build your confidence authentically. And you're going to feel you're ready, essentially. Strategic vulnerability. Share struggles with trusted peers. Realize even experts face self-doubt. If you're starting out, don't do this. Don't do this. Even though I said maybe you do it, but don't do it. When you're starting out and, those people want to say you fail. It's a common thing. So just do it on your own. Don't tell anybody about that stuff. Don't do that. Just do it on your own. Because people like to see you fail. They really do, actually. They really do. Not everybody, but most people like to see you fail. And even if they don't like to see, even if they're trying to interject something, interject an idea or something, change this, change that, you could fall back into imposter syndrome. I'm not doing it enough. So to avoid that, just don't tell them what you're doing. Period. Plain and simple. This creates a genuine connection. So I would just not even do that. I wouldn't tell anybody what you're doing. I wouldn't tell people. Let's say you work at Walmart or McDonald's. Don't tell people you're trying to get a job in tech. Just do it on your own. What you're going to do is, if you start doing that, your coworkers will feel a certain way. Some, let's say envious, jealousy, whatever you want to term it as. And it's basically because they're seeing you grow. Now, depends on your personality type, right? If you're a shy individual and trying to get a job in tech, and they're like a very very outgoing individual, and you tell them, they're gonna who are they gonna manipulate anymore? Who are they gonna manipulate? Who are they gonna talk to about whatever they're trying to do? Or maybe they share gossip with you. And if you're a very boisterous person or a very loud person, let's say, or not loud, but you're very much a outgoing individual, and you talk and you try to get a job in tech, and then you're talking to someone who is a shy person at work, same thing. You don't know who they're going to tell. And maybe they're telling someone else. The reason you care about this is because you're worried about getting your confidence drawn down. You're worried about your confidence being diminished, essentially. And because people don't like to see other people. Going back to it, right? You work at McDonald's, Walmart, whatever. You tell somebody, your coworker, you're trying to leave and get a better job in tech. Okay. Now, initially, whatever, fine. But as they see you, if they see you change, so you're not hanging out with them as much, you're more focused on your work because you're trying to get a job in tech. So you're not caring about the drama at work. So you're more focused. You're like, okay, that doesn't matter anymore. I'm trying to get my job at tech. They're going to see that, and you're leaving, right? You're leaving their environment. You're leaving their work environment. So they're kind of threatened. Who are they going to talk to now? Who are they going to dump on, basically, right? They're going to dump on you. Who are they going to dump on? Because you've left this job, and now you're threatening them. You're threatening them in a way, not physically threatening, but emotionally threatening. Because now, most people, when they see you change or they see you do better, they look at themselves as they're not doing better, and somehow there's something wrong with them, and they feel a little bit insecure about that, and they tend to, if they have the ability to even put a little bit of of doubt in your mind that, oh, you're not gonna do well at this other job, or you know enough. They will, 100% they will, and they do it subconsciously. They don't do it purposely a lot of times because they don't know, especially if somebody's worked there 10, 15 years at a job like that. A lot of regrets there, because they see themselves regret that they're not doing it, and for whatever reason, and you're doing it. Oh, you know, so that's human nature essentially. But so all this is basically human nature. If you want to boil it down to imposter syndrome, and it's a common thing. It can be used in jobs, but it could be used in anything, school, work, whatever. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next one.